Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If I'm looking over that way, which I know I do, it's because I'm filming on my phone and I'm not quite sure. It's supposed to be looking this way, I think. There's a fly. Just come in, you can hear it. I've tried everything to get him out, but he wants to stay, so I'll nickname him Fred. But you can hear him in the background. My cats are going to go crazy trying to catch him as well, so apologies for that. I've been MIA for almost a year. London's just coming out of lockdown after almost a year, so I haven't been able to go anywhere. Don't get cats. I haven't been able to go anywhere or do anything except go to work, because I'm a key worker. So I work in a supermarket a couple of nights a week, and I also work as a stock taker, which takes me all over the country, and those shifts are sporadic, could happen anytime at short notice. I had a lot of things planned. I had interviews, I was going to go to museums, I had people linked up to go to cemeteries. I had lots of things lined up, and of course the pandemic hit and couldn't do any of them. So I couldn't go out anywhere. Going out at night was dangerous anyway, especially in the area where I live at night. Cats. So I didn't really want to go out and have a huge light on me in the dark and be on my own. So if I find someone to go out to cemeteries at night, then I'll probably start going out there again. I will go during the day when I get a chance to, but nighttime ones for now are out of the question, because I just haven't got anyone to go with. It's just way too dangerous. Yeah, so that and my mental health, because those of you who don't know, I've got autism. I've got BPD, which is not bipolar. If you hear people saying they've got bipolar and calling it BPD, please correct them. It's really annoying. BPD is borderline personality disorder, which is completely different to bipolar. I have maladaptive dreaming, I've got dissociation, depression, anxiety. Physical health has also gone down. I've got a hip that's crumbling. I've got curvature of the spine, which is why I'm on morphine for my back. And my hand, if you can see there, I actually had a carpal tunnel operation. And today I went to have an electric test because it still hurts. Rude. That was Fred. And it turns out that this hand is worse than this hand. But this hand doesn't hurt at all. This one is causing me so much pain, it's ridiculous. So I don't know what they're going to do, but knowing my luck, they'd operate on this hand to make the pain go away from this hand. Because what they did last time, when I had the operation on this hand stopped being painful. It didn't hurt at all. And according to the doctors, I'm a conundrum, because it doesn't even know why that happened. That should not have happened, but it did. So I don't know what's going to happen there. If I do have an operation on this hand, or even this one again, I'll be out of work for at least 6 weeks. So I may or may not have to leave my work, the one in the supermarket, because that's causing my hand to hurt. I'm sorry I'm not making a lot of eye contact. I am autistic, and eye contact is forced anyway. But I've also made some notes down here, so I don't forget to say anything. So yeah, my can't speak. put my teeth in, my physical health and my mental health just took a nosedive. Basically for a whole year, all I've been doing is going to work at night, coming home, feeding the cats, having something to eat, sleeping, going back to work. The days I don't work, I always find it really difficult to get out of bed, to do anything at all. And that was down to my mental health. Things I had to do, I procrastinated with, and put it off and put it off. And it was only a few weeks ago that I started to get my motivation back again. So hopefully that'll keep going that way. I'm sure Fred wants to be in this video. Will you go away? Such a big fly. I don't know how it got in. And I've tried to get him out, but he doesn't want to go. I do have work issues. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, you know that I have had work issues as well. So that's also affected my mental health. Not seeing anybody at all has also affected my mental health. Simple things like going to the shops and looking around the shops. The shops have now started to open slowly. But I'm still not going where the crowds are because I don't want to be where the crowds are. For someone who's introverted like myself, lockdown has been fantastic, because if I was invited anywhere, it was, sorry, can't, it's a pandemic. It was a fantastic excuse. I don't have that excuse now, so I don't know what I'm going to be saying. But yeah, I've just been watching a lot of YouTube and things online. I don't have a TV. I've never had a TV for over 20 years, maybe more. So I don't watch TV. I catch things up online if I want to watch them. At the moment, I've been watching CJ Faison and Yasko, UGUE, obviously, Franco now and again, Angie the Green-Eyed Angel. If you want to see any of those videos, on my YouTube, on my playlists, I've actually got them under the playlists. So it's under UGUE, Angie Green-Eyed Angel. They're all listed, things that I watch. Sometimes I save them to that so people can watch them. Sometimes I don't, it depends. But feel free to go and watch those. Fred's getting annoying now. I'm also in the process of trying to find another therapist, because unfortunately I've fallen through the cracks, because when I was diagnosed officially with BPD, the therapist I had didn't really know anything about BPD. So we didn't really talk about it much, but that's the reason I was there. It was for BPD and autism. So I've basically had to give myself therapy. I am a qualified therapist, but I've never worked as a therapist. I'm also a qualified teacher. I have worked as a teacher for adults, not children. There's lots of things I can do, but there's also lots of things I don't want to do. I'm also a qualified nursery nurse. I do not want to work with children again. I've done my bit. No more. Apart from my physical health, I really want to get back to health. I was going to do some getting back to health videos, but I thought about a pain diary, because I have to have an injection, steroid injection in my hip, and that will allow me to walk normally. It'll allow me to exercise. At the moment, I can't exercise. They sent me to physiotherapy, and I couldn't do physiotherapy because it hurt. And trying to explain to the physiotherapist, I'd love to do your physiotherapy, but I can't because it hurts. And for them to turn around and say, well, it will hurt until you start. No, my hip allows me a certain amount of movement until it becomes unbearable. I can't sleep at night because the pain is unbearable. That with my restless legs as well. I do have restless legs. I very rarely sleep. When I go to work in a supermarket, it's heavy lifting, but I'm dosed up on morphine and other strong painkillers before I go. They last usually about 8 or 9 hours. By the time I get back home, that's wearing off, and I have to sleep the full next day to recover. I don't want to do that anymore. I actually want to be able to be physically healthy, and that's what I'm aiming for. So now that everything's opening up again, I'm going to try and get not only a therapist, but my doctors. I get to see my doctors. I really do need to sort this out, because it's got to a point where I'm in pain 24/7 and it's not good. I have 2 spare rooms. So one of the spare rooms I'm thinking of changing into a filming room, which I'll probably show you in another video. So you can come along on that journey with me when I'm doing that room. Where's this channel going to go? It's going to be a variety of things for a little while, until I find out what it is that I can do on a regular basis. I make my own cards, Cat with No Tail Productions, and people have asked to see how I do that, so I could do that. My garden is like a jungle, so I'd definitely be doing the garden. There's a fox, Sam the Fox, if you follow me on Facebook. He's living in my garden at the moment, so I don't really want to touch the big bushes or anything until he actually leaves. When the weather gets warmer, he'll probably leave, which would be a bit sad because my cats get along with him, but he's been there for over 8 months now. But my garden is so overgrown. You open the back door and a tree is literally there. So I need to take all the trees down. I need to get all the bushes away. I may vlog some of that. People have asked to see the cats more, so I will try and film the cats more. At the moment, it's nice weather outside for a change, and they're all out chasing the birds. I wish they were in here chasing the flies. That noise you heard at the beginning of the video sounded like a load of elephants down the stairs. That's my cats. They're chasing each other up and down the stairs, outside, back in, and up and down the stairs. That's what they do when it's warm weather. I leave them to it. They don't bother me. Another thing I thought I'd do was, people have been sending me, I've asked for them, stories, weird stories, odd stories, ghost stories, spirit stories, any stories that you want to send me, and I was going to read them out. Games, I was going to do simple games or reacting to actual things on the internet. But I know at the moment there's lots and lots and lots of reaction videos, and I didn't really want to add to that. I wanted to do something slightly different, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing with that. When the museums open again, I will actually be going out to the museums. The cemeteries are about to open again. I think there's only a few that's open at the moment. And during the day, obviously, I'll go to different cemeteries. At night, that's out of the question at the moment until I find someone who can come with me. Because as I say, last time I went out, I didn't film it because I didn't get a chance to. I went to the cemetery, which is literally 25 minutes away from me. So it's not that far. On a bus, it's not that far. I don't drive. And I went out there, and there was some really strange people in the graveyard. And one of them had a very large knife and was swinging it round. And I ignored them and I started filming. But then I noticed they were starting to get closer and closer. And for my own safety, I backed off and I left. And as I was leaving, they were yelling things. So I was right to actually leave and get out of there. And that happens a lot. And that was a cemetery that was literally surrounded by houses. So you can never tell who's out there. In America, when I watch the cemetery videos, and people go on their own, they've usually got a car. So if anything happens, they can jump in the car and they're safe, they can drive off. I don't drive. So when I go anywhere, it's quite a walk from the bus stop or the train stop that I've got from. So I can't just jump on a bus and come back, because if I get the wrong bus, I'll end up God knows where. So I have to think of my own safety first. I do have a video I'm about to film. My hair has grown. The cocoa locks you saw me using, please don't use that. Don't waste your money. I will be updating you on that, but my hair, my undergrowth here, as you can see, it's grown quite a bit. That was right up to my head. It was basically nothing there, and the rest has grown quite a lot, and it's grown faster than normal, and I've found something that works, so I'll be sharing that in another video. What else is there to say? I apologise for being MIA. I have been active on Facebook, and I've posted a few things on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. I don't intend to be on TikTok. I'm going to try and upload more often. It's a little bit harder because the apps I used to use on my iPhone no longer work with YouTube. So I'm looking for more apps I can use, because this I'm filming on my phone, I'm filming on my iPhone, but I'm doing it in one take. I'm not stopping and starting it, because my editing software I used crashed and doesn't work with YouTube either anymore. So I had quite a lot of things go wrong, which also added to the fact that I couldn't be bothered filming, because if I filmed, how was I going to edit it? And if I did film it, how was I going to pause it? Because you can't pause iPhone. At least I don't think you can pause iPhone. I've never been able to. If you know how, let me know. But I've never been able to film something, pause it, and then go back to it. I've always had to stop it and then start a new video and then edit them together. And anyone who knows me knows that I hate editing. I often used to joke and say I let YouTube choose the thumbnail, and they've come up with some interesting ones. Some I've gone back and redone because they're just a little bit too much, but most of the time I just let YouTube choose. So Fred's still here. I don't know how he got in, but that's where I am with the channel. I know there's only about 42 subs. I really want to get it, try and get it to 500 at least. But to be honest, I'm not really fussed, because it would be nice if I did. But I do this YouTube basically for me. I started YouTube to gain confidence, because growing up I was told, you're stupid, you're ugly, you can't do anything. And that was my mother. When I got into school, I was bullied by girls at school consistently, infants, juniors, seniors, and even in college. And the reason for that was, I think it was because they didn't know how to be around me. I could read at the age of 3, read at the age of 2 and write at the age of 3, and at the age of 5 when I started school, everyone was on the books with the 1 or 2 words like and, fire, me kind of thing, whereas I was actually on the puffin books for young adults when I was 5 years old, the William Tell books. I don't know what those cats are doing. So I could read exceptionally well, and I'd sit by the teacher and read, and she'd forget I was there, and I'd read an entire book in a lesson. So maths wasn't my strong point, as people know. In another video, I am actually going to talk about mental health more. I'm going to go into autism more and also borderline personality disorder more. And for those that don't know what it is different to bipolar. I have seen a few people talk about mental health and they describe bipolar to a T, but then they put on their videos BPD. That is not bipolar. I think bipolar used to have those initials, but they stopped using them when the initials were used for borderline personality disorder. So if you do see anyone, just give them a gentle nudge and say, that's not called BPD anymore. And also, it's not called multiple personalities anymore. DID, people get mixed up with that as well. So yeah, I'll be going through all the mental health stuff. Any questions you want to ask, feel free to drop questions down and I'll try and answer them. Dissociation I have. DID people have dissociation, but mine is different. Slightly different, but it's still there. The depression that I have, I've had since about 13 or 14, when my dad died when I was 13. Anxiety, I get anxiety quite a bit, but that kind of snowballs in with my mental health and also the pain and the amount of pain and the amount of pills I have to take for the pain causes anxiety as well, because I have to take them in a certain order. And sometimes if I'm working nights, I've got to change that order, otherwise I'll be going into work kind of loopy. What I tend to do is take the ones that have side effects just before I go to sleep. And if I look tired, I can see bags under my eyes, I haven't slept for about 2 days. I have similar to a brain virus where I can't sleep at all, and then when I do sleep, I can sleep for 2 or 3 days without waking up, which is very worrying. I've had tests, can't find anything wrong. Again, a conundrum. But I've got to be careful when I overdo staying up and not sleeping. Even if I'm not tired, sometimes I've got to go to bed just to let my body rest, even if my brain is still wired up. There's things I use to get to sleep, but because my body clock at the moment is all over the place, because I've had a few days off my nighttime work at the supermarket, and through the job, the shifts have been kind of sporadic, so I haven't been working every night. I haven't been working every night in the weeks. So some nights I've been working 2 nights a week. Other weeks I've been working maybe 3 or 4 nights a week, and then nothing for a couple of weeks. So because I'm so used to, my body is used to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sleep. Wake up at 7 or 8 o'clock, get ready for work, go to work. Come back from work, have something to eat, then go to bed at 2 o'clock again. And that's what my body's used to. So when I've had to change that, and I'm trying to go to bed at night time, it's just not working. And I woke up about 4 days ago with a frozen shoulder, which is really killing me. It's on the same side as my hip. So, which is handy because it means I can't lie on that side, period. I just can't do that. So yeah, there's lots of things that's going on in my life. Lots of personal things which I don't really want to go into, but they have affected me over the year. And I can understand people when they say that they've got no motivation, the mental health is going down. I understand. I've been there. I am slowly getting back up. I'm not quite there yet. If I get up and I get dressed and I take a photo and put it on Facebook, it's an okay day. If I get up, get dressed, put makeup on, do my hair, then post to Facebook, it's a really good day. And I don't think I've had a really good day for a whole year. So this video is now about 25 minutes long, so I think I'll cut it short here. If you've got any questions, leave them down below, or DM me. People tend to prefer to DM me for some reason, but you can leave it down below. My channel is really supposed to be for positivity. Any negativity, any trolls, comments will be deleted. If you ask a question and it comes across as being really negative, but you are genuinely asking a question, that's fine. They say ignorance is bliss until you find out the truth. So if you want to know something, just ask and I will answer. But if there's on any of my videos, if there's any trolls or any negativity, they will be deleted. My channel's not for negativity. It's supposed to be a place where people can come and talk to each other as well and be positive, body positive. And if you're not willing to accept people for who and where they are and what their lifestyle is, no matter what colour you are, no matter what religion you are, no matter what your sexuality is, all welcome. And if you don't like that, then please unsubscribe. Don't subscribe if you haven't already. I don't want you here. If you cannot tolerate other people and you just want to come into chat or anything to actually put other people down, I'm not interested. I'm all about positivity. Yes, there will be times when some things I say won't be in a positive light because of things I'll be going through, but on the whole, this is going to be a positive channel. So hopefully I'll get back to filming more. Look out for the hair video. That will be up soon. And yeah, any questions, drop them down below and I'll see you in the next one.